Zalgiris Montepaschi Siena. A clear win for Montepaschi Siena in Lithuania, defeating Zalgiris Kaunas 83-72 and confirming themselves at the second place in Group A with 6 wins and 1 loss. The Italians took the lead late in the first quarter, continuing to increase their lead and closing out the second quarter with a 17-point lead, 49-32. In the third quarter, Zalgiris came from behind to within 4, 62-66, thanks to a great shooting performance from three-point range. But in the fourth quarter, Montepaschi Siena shut the door defensively, taking the final double-digit lead, 75-62, right up until the final scoreline, 83-72. For Montepaschi, a good performance from Hawkins with 20 points, Lavrinovic with 16, Ezi with 12, and McIntyre with 10. For Zalgiris, a strong game from Watson, 17 points and 17 rebounds, and Klimavicius with 14 points. FC Barcelona's triumphant march was not to be stopped, not even in Zagreb. 20 points by Juan Carlos Navarro, coupled with 19 points and 8 rebounds by Fran Vasquez, launched the Blaugrana to a 7-0 standing in Group A. The game was in the hands of Pascual's sides from start to finish, and only Jamont Gordon tried to stop the visitors' run. At the final buzzer, the consistency of Morris and company stood out in an 80-66 win for Barcelona over Cibona Zagreb. Final score, FC Barcelona 80, Cibona Zagreb 66. What a feat by Olympiacos. The Reds thrashed Unicaja 89-68 in Piraeus and reversing the tiebreak advantage with the first leg when they lost by 18 in Malaga and now lead Group B. Aito's band had started strong in the first quarter thanks to 4 consecutive three-point shots and a 2-point basket by Jimenez, but then suffered a big reaction by the Greek side, who flew away in the second quarter with an outstanding Kleza and accumulated a big margin in the final quarter, dragged by Josh Childress and Milos Teodosic. What we have seen between Partizan and Efes was a really exciting game. Efes led at the end of the first 3 periods, but with a lot of exchanging leads throughout the first 3 quarters. The teams had a head-to-head fourth quarter until the final points of the basket were decided with 2.8 seconds left on a pull-up jumper from Dusan Kechman. For Partizan, unbelievable performances by Alexander Maric with 34 points and 49 ranking, followed by Mikhailov with 17 and Kechman with 12. For Efes, top scorers were Igor Rakocevic with 24, Charles Smith with 18, and Pecker with 17 points. A great victory for Caja Laboral Vitoria in Tel Aviv, led by a stellar shooting performance by Mirza Teletovic and Carl English. The 2 men combined for 14 for 25 from downtown, while the Bosnian forward had his new career high with 28 points. The previous one was 22, scoring 7 three-pointers in the first 3 quarters and leading his team to a double-digit advantage in the third, 54-65, a few minutes before the break. Guy Pnini played an amazing game for Maccabi, scoring 18 points. Dangerous from behind the arc and scoring a triple to pull Maccabi within 5, 85-80 late in the game. But it was just too late for the Israelis. Now Caja Laboral lead Group C because of its 2 victories over Maccabi. Both teams are 5-2 with CSKA Moscow. No story in this game in Rome, where CSKA Moscow edged Lottomatica 72-57. An impressive start of the match from the Russian side, who led 16-2 after 5 minutes, thanks to a triple storm by Ramuna Siskauskas and Trajan Langdon. 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. Planinic, Holden, and an explosive Sasha Kaun under the boards, 14 points for him, made the difference for CSKA. There were no smiles for Lottomatica despite a good personal performance from Hervé Touré and Andre Hudson. Final score, Lottomatica 57, CSKA Moscow 72.